Good morning, fam. It's your girl, Miss Diva Trucker, and I woke up a little bit late this morning. So I'm over here in Bolingbrook, Illinois, getting ready to go down to Edwardsville. This morning I have a candy load. I just delivered my last Walmart load yesterday. So this morning I have a candy load that I'm going to deliver. And then I got to go get a meat load and take it to Ohio. Okay, but I just wanted to come in and check in with y'all before I take off and start driving. But this morning's topic is, yes, the military, the National Guard is here, okay? But that is not to cause anybody any type of panic or anything like that. It is just for your own protection. So far, with everybody going back getting supplies, they are not able to keep the things in the store because people are hoarding certain items, and we steady refilling. And hey, Cheryl, we steady refilling, and people are going back getting the same items and keeping the stores out of stock. So it's causing people that really need, like Pampers, baby wipes, people that have kids, people that have children, to not get the things that they need, milk, all that kind of stuff, because you have so many people being greedy and so many people that are hoarding products that it's making it hard for just the everyday person, okay? Eventually, without any money, people are going to start acting out, okay? So, for your own protection, okay? For your own protection, this is my opinion. For your own protection, that's why they are here, okay? They have arrived in New York, where it is heavily populated, okay? They had video, I showed y'all video yesterday that I placed, that the military trucks coming in, okay? So they also had the military equipment coming in on the trains, okay? So they had people arriving in vans yesterday, okay? That's the military, that's the Army, that's the National Guard. So what you really want to do is you want to sit down and you want to talk to your family members and talk to your children, talk to all these people, because once it starts getting real out here as far as being able to protect, to make sure people are getting their fair share of everything, the Army, the National Guard, they don't play. They are here for a reason. They're there in Tampa. They're in Memphis, they're in New Orleans, they're in LA, they're in everywhere that can be a potential problem, okay? They probably up here in Chicago as well, okay? But all major cities will probably see the forces, because if you think about it, you all, and we did this to ourselves, okay? Because we don't know how to police ourselves. If you think about it, 2-3 police officers at the Costco when everybody's lining up and spending the night at the grocery store is not going to help protect the police department. Yes, and I'm thinking, and this is just my thought, Cheryl, I'm thinking that we will probably soon start to be escorted in and out of places, okay? It's going to get that serious, okay? Truck drivers may have to be escorted in and out of grocery stores, or anywhere that you got people standing up around the corner, down the street, spending the night at these places, in order for us to get unloaded and loaded safely, okay? So that's what I expect here in the near future, because if y'all doing it now, you're going to continue to do it. And if we can't fill those shelves up fast enough, people are going to start to panic, and they're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that their family is okay or being fed, okay? Hey, Jason, I got escorted in the liquor, Lord have mercy, Kendall talking about they got escorted in the liquor store. Oh. Are you for real? I know you didn't get escorted at the liquor store, child. They probably closed the liquor store down. But yeah, we're going to, especially with groceries and things that are a necessity, we will probably have to be escorted in and out of these places, okay? But remember that the National Guard, the Army, if they tell you that you're going to have to be in at 9 o'clock or whatever, when they say on lockdown, have your kids at home, okay? We don't need any extra casualties over no day. Are you in St. Louis? No, I'm not. I'm up here by Chicago. I'm serious. I'm in. Let me see what she said. I'm serious in Chicago. Need to ask for IDs in case they try to say they're with any government agency. Yes. So they're preparing right now. I mean, a lot of you all are seeing them arrive into your city. And wondering what in the world going on. And as drivers, you know, we don't look at the news like that. We don't look at the news like that. We're just out here running. We're just out here working. So we don't pay a lot of attention to what's going on. But just wanted to let you all be aware, drivers, that it may come to us being escorted in and out of places. Because right now I'm looking all over the news, all over the TV, everywhere. A lot of places like Costco, Walmart's, all these places, even though they're telling you limit of 2, okay, they telling y'all limit of 2. You know what y'all gonna do? Y'all split up the whole family and go in there one at a time, and everybody's still taking more than their share. So what can they do? They're gonna have to call in reinforcement, okay? And the reason why they're going to have to call in reinforcement is because to make sure that you only get your share. You all, there was somebody on my live feed last night that said that they was worried because they didn't have Pampers, they didn't have any supplies for their child, like their baby, okay? So we got to really have some kind of compassion out here. We have to really make sure that we have some kind of compassion out here when you're running to the grocery store buying all this extra stuff that you don't need. Think about the next person. Think about that person that, you know, really don't have anything and they're trying to get as minimal supplies as that they possibly can need, you know. Right now people they've been off for a week, okay? Now they may have to go off for another 2 weeks and nobody has gotten any extra money or whatever. They laid off, they don't have a job, they don't have any, they scrambling trying to get the necessary supplies that they need, and they can't do that because you have people that is lined up standing in the at the Costco's, the warehouses, everywhere trying to get these products, and they're taking more than their share. You got to stop hoarding everything, because if not, you're going to run out. What are you going to do? I saw on where they had a lady order all this toilet tissue, you know, and there's going to be people that need stuff like that. So you got to be mindful of that, and make sure you talk with your kids, make sure you talk with everybody to let them know, you know, the National Guard is not going to play. So do not get out here acting a fool and doing all this kind of stuff, because first and foremost, their job is to protect, and they will do it by any means necessary. And you do not need to be out here being a casualty, arguing over or fighting over, or even whatever the case may be, over groceries. Okay, that just don't need to be you. Okay. But other than that, y'all, I just wanted to come in and let you all know that drivers, right now, just prepare yourself, especially if you're going into these areas, these little hot zones that they call. But basically, it's probably going to be business as usual for us that are not in these major affected areas, such as the Northeast. That's why I got out of there when I did. It's a whole different thing up there, okay? And it's because they have so many people that they got to control, okay? So a lot of us, just like the president said yesterday, a lot of us are going to watch this from home, going to be in the comfort of our homes. We're going to, y'all are stocked up on groceries and everything, and we're just going to wait for this to blow over. But it may not be that case in the major areas like California and LA, Memphis, Tennessee, New York, New Jersey, where there's millions of people in one little crowded area, okay? They're number one trying to stop the spread of the coronavirus, and it's spreading like wildfire. That is a hot zone up there. He said that Washington, New York was a hot zone. He said California, a hot zone, and he said there's a touch of it in Florida, that's a hot zone. Even though everybody, you know, all states have been affected by this, there's certain hot zones that they really want to be mindful of, okay? And if everybody start getting sick at the same time, they're going to need hospital care. They're going to need supplies. They're going to need places to put these people. He did make an announcement yesterday. If you watched the press conference, he did make an announcement yesterday that everybody that was detained over in like for the ISIS or came in here illegally, those people are going to be sent back to their own country. There was like 151,000 of those people that's held at the borders, and they will all be sent back to their own country because people was coming in as well, and they was infecting the border patrol agents. So if you belong to Haiti, if you belong to Mexico, if you belong to wherever it is that you belong to, they are sending you back to your home origin, okay? They locked down the borders of Canada and the United States, made a mutual agreement to lock those borders down. But if you are a driver, you have to drive in those areas that does not pertain to you. Drivers, you are going to be considered what is called first responders, such as nurses, doctors, any medical professionals, anybody that is a part of keeping this country running. You are not going to have to worry about, because you're going to still be able to do your job, okay, as effectively as we possibly can. They closed the Mexico and the United States border. They're going to limit flights. He also notified everyone that is out of the country that is a United States citizen. If you do not get back to the United States, be prepared to stay in that country until this is all over with, okay? So he gave a warning that he was going to stop international travel, and domestic travel, which is in the United States, is going to be limited, all right? But as far as that, if you are anywhere else, you know, like Iowa or, you know, any of these places where we don't have a problem, as far as hoarding and standing outside grocery stores and all this extra stuff that people are doing, you're probably going to continue okay. They may, right now, it's not on a federal level, it's actually on a state level. So that's why you'll see California shut down. That's why you'll see any other place that may take precautions as shutting down or giving a curfew. But by the end of probably after they get set up, because you know the military just can't set up like that, okay? They setting up. When you see them vehicles coming in, they get ready to set up and impose something. They just not going to have everybody running around here thinking that they can go to the grocery store, take out everything possible, and everything is going to be okay, okay? They're not going to do that. Eventually, the stress is going to start to get to people, okay? Eventually, all this stuff is going to start to get to people, and how you handle that is how we're going to be able to get through it. And the best way to handle it is to not panic. And I know that's hard to say if you're sitting at home and you don't have anything, okay? I know that's hard to say, but don't panic. And don't be out there if you don't have to. If they give you a strict curfew to have everybody in a house at a certain time, then that's what you need to do. Protect yourselves, protect your family, protect your loved ones. We don't need any extra casualties out here, okay? So just wanted to update you all as drivers out here, because I know the rest of you all watch the news. I know the rest of you all watch the news, but a lot of drivers, we don't. We just come and, you know, drive, and a lot of us don't have TVs and all that kind of stuff in our trucks, okay? But as far as what I'm seeing with the truck stops, where you see this at on TV, well, the president did a 2-hour press conference yesterday, okay? I'm not driving in this mess. Well, you may be safer out here on the road, especially if you live in a big, if you live in New York, New Jersey, and these places like that, you may be safer in your truck, okay, than to be fooling around and all that stuff, okay? So if you're a truck driver and you live like in Washington and all these places, you may be safer being in your truck, keep driving and making money for your family and taking care of your kids instead of being at home right now. But other than that, y'all, everybody else is just basically, they may offer, they may put out a curfew in your area or whatever the case may be, but it won't be as serious as it would be in these hot zones, okay? They have hot zones that they're trying to stop the spread so fast, okay? So if you're in that hot zone, that's probably where the military and stuff is showing up at, and especially major cities, okay? But other than that, drivers, it's business as usual. It's another day. I'm over here picking up a load, get ready to take it down by St. Louis, by my yard. We're going to go and pick up another load, take that over to Ohio. It is now 40 degrees. It looked like, it looked like it's either going to rain a little bit. I guess that looked like rain. Yeah. Or is that ice or snow? What is it? Is it going to get cold or something? Something's coming down. They already in East St. Louis. Yeah, they're going to be in all the major cities. Anywhere anybody's going to try to act a fool at, okay, that's where they coming, okay? Everybody else, y'all just get your groceries, stock up on what you need, go to the house, and chill for 2 weeks. All right, don't be out here if you ain't got to be out here. Don't get involved with the National Guard, the Army, the police. Don't have no problems with none of them. They here to do a job, and let me tell you something. They're gonna do their job effectively, whether we like it or not. So don't be a consequence, okay? Don't be a problem to what they trying to do. All they try to do is make sure that everybody get their fair share. They're not here to harm us. They are here to protect us. Pennsylvania is supposed to be getting a wintry mix. Okay, I'm up here in Chicago. I'm trying to get low, so I'm gonna go down to St. Louis. Also, we found out that all the rest areas in Pennsylvania, they did instruct for that to be open, and some of the restaurants are going to open back up. Drivers, no, y'all did that. Pennsylvania, y'all did that to make sure that everybody. I saw a little trucker's kid, a trucker's child, saved his allowance money, y'all. Saved the allowance money and went out to the rest area and was giving truckers sandwiches and bottles of water and chips and stuff like that, you know, because he understood what his dad went through out on the road, and he wanted to make a difference with his allowance money. He wanted to make a difference with his allowance money, so he went out and started feeding truckers out of his own pocket because he was a truck driver's son, and he wanted to make a difference, and he wanted to make a change. So you will see people, I think TBS Factoring is out there in Oklahoma giving out sandwiches and things like that. But, you know, as far as us, we can't stock up on too much stuff because we got a truck, you know. We don't have big deep freezers and big refrigerators and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of us are just living out here on a day-to-day basis. You know, you can only pack up so much food and then you're going to run out. But yeah, people stood up for Pennsylvania, and it was Pennsylvania. You know, Pennsylvania was like, no, you're not going to limit these people from getting their supplies and getting their stuff up to us. You know, this is crazy. And, you know, it started, I guess, to sink in and make sense of why we're doing that. So, but yeah, people going up there to Pennsylvania, the rest areas are open, but we're going to have to continue to do our job and do whatever it is that we need to do to make sure that we keep the shelves stocked, and keep it moving, y'all. I mean, we got this crisis going on right now, but for us as drivers, it's business as usual, and we just need to keep going and doing what we do. We were, thank you, truck drivers, for standing your ground. We was complaining, girl. Now, see, this is what we need to happen. It's funny how we could come together with a crisis. Y'all go out there and protest and act a fool about them drivers. But we gonna need that same energy when all this stuff is over with, okay? Now, it don't just stop here. when all this stuff is over with, I need y'all to stand by our side as well too, okay? Because now we can see how much stuff that we could get done just in a matter of days when everybody comes together, when all groups come together, when everybody's on the same accord, we can get a whole lot of stuff done. So we want everybody to keep that same energy when all of this is over and all the shelves and everything is stopped back up and life returns back to normal. We still gonna need your support. Anytime we come to you with an issue, we gonna need you to do the same thing, all right? But other than that, y'all, I gotta go. I made a post saying we need to continue to support truck drivers in the industry. Yeah, you know, sometimes it takes a crisis to make you realize, oh, wait a minute, we've been acting a fool with these folks all this time, and they've been here to help us, okay? But, you know, it's all good. We just need, you know, that same support. When all this is over with, we just need that same support, okay? Other than that, you all, I got to go. Peace, love, joy, and happiness to you all. And I'm headed down to St. Louis after that. I don't know if I'm going to go get my other load today and try to just keep it moving. But after Ohio, I'm probably going to be making it myself down to Mississippi. I'll probably get a load maybe to Walmart or to Associate Groceries to take a load down to Mississippi. You know, I want to take a load to my home state to help feed my home state, okay? But other than that, y'all, do everything that you've been doing, you know, and be thankful if you're in the area that they're not, you know, doing all this craziness as far as getting supplies and everything. Y'all, they have been sitting waiting on the truck, okay? They've been down there sitting waiting on the truck. There's some places that they're waiting on Walmart trucks to come in, okay, so they could get first dibs on supplies and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, that ain't finna go down, okay? We there to help you all. We not there to be in no kind of problems and no situations, and we not going to be there. We don't carry, okay, on us. We don't have no guns and all that kind of stuff, and I'm not finna fight you over no toilet paper, okay? So that's what it is. So drivers, be careful. But probably in the areas that you're seeing the National Guard and stuff, they're going to probably be protecting the truck drivers as well to make sure that we could get in and out of these areas safely. Yesterday was the first time that I heard Donald Trump thank a truck driver, thank truck drivers for all the stuff that they was doing out here on the road. That really meant a lot. He also tweeted out yesterday that to thank a truck driver as well. So he's in full support of what we're doing out here on the road. So he's going to make sure that, you know, we are supported, we are protected, and we're going to be okay. So we should not have any fear about going delivering our loads. We should not have any fear about doing our job, because they're going to make sure that we do our job and we do it well, all right? Other than that, y'all, drivers, keep up your immune system. I'm taking these right here. These are little airborne immune things. So keep up your immune system. Make sure you're taking plenty of fluids. And other than that, that's it, y'all. Peace, love, joy, and happiness. And y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye. Ripley, you want to say something? I forgot about Rip sitting over here. He up today, y'all. You want to say something, Rip? Say bye. So we got work to do. He out today. We got work to do. We ain't got time to be messing around. Ripley, I might let you drive today. I'm tired.